Hi there and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today is a sad day in music history. April 21st, 2016 marked the untimely passing of one of the greatest musical artists of our time, and that was Prince. I remember very clearly where I was that day. I had reconnected with a high school friend and we had lunch in downtown Montreal at Place Ville-Marie. So if anybody knows Montreal, we were there. And had a nice little lunch, got back to work, and a couple of my colleagues who knew I was a diehard Prince fan kind of were waiting for me, wondering like if I'm going to come back from lunch if I heard the news, and I did not. So they sat me down, told me the news, and like I just went, "What?" And in disbelief, had to go to my computer, go on Google, and type in "Is Prince dead?" And then these things started materializing, and I just went, and that was a very definitive day in music, and that's one of the times I think I actually started this music site or this entertainment site. I wrote a big article about my love of Prince and what I did that day. So I went home and actually my wife at the time took out all the Prince CDs, put it by the stereo, opened up a glass of wine. She says, "We're going to listen to some Prince music, drink some wine, and give him a toast and wish him on his merry way to the next realm." And that's what we did for most of the night. And I was very grateful for that. I'm grateful for the music. And I just want to say to his friends and family and fans, he is missed. There's not a day that goes by that I do not hear a song or play a song or think of, by now there would have been a new Prince album. And there's a void. There's a little void in the music world and in my musical bubble where I ache for more and new material from the Purple Yoda of Minnesota. But as I said in my article, I'm grateful for the music. I'm grateful for the memories. I remember seeing him on Solid Gold, and first time I saw him there doing 1999, I said, "This guy's gonna be big." And my friends, he's crazy. I said, "He's gonna be big." I didn't know when. I didn't know that, Purple Rain will be the next album, will be the juggernaut that would send him on his way into a mega star status. But I knew the minute I saw him, he's not a regular kind of guy. You knew he was different and he was special and he was very unique. And there will never be another one like him. And again, like I said, I missed him. And I think songs that will always play in my head, or I'll play anywhere, it's got to be "If I Was Your Girlfriend." Little Red Corvette, "When Doves Cry." Hearing that song for the first time, I think, was something else. Knowing that there was no bass in it kind of blew my mind. "Let's Go Crazy," that guitar solo. Purple Rain, obviously. "Sign of the Times," "Kiss," "Another Lover Hole in Your Head," "The Most Beautiful Girl in the World." And the list goes on and on. He's got millions of songs, and each one of them is a gem. His worst song is some artist's greatest hit, so that shows the talent that was behind that. He is missed. And as I said in my written blog years ago when I started this site, we're gathered here today to get to this thing called life. And unfortunately, passing is part of this life. So I hope I see him in the dawn. I hope I see him in the netherworld. And hope we can listen to some tunes together. I think that would be the coolest thing ever. But until then, I thank you for the memories. I thank you for the music. I really, really miss you, Prince. You were something else, and I was so fortunate to be born at the same time and get to witness your greatness in real time. I saw you MTV, I saw you everywhere, and it was a privilege to see such great artistry. I'm still in awe of you. But thank you again for the memories. This is Steven from the Roundtable. Rest in peace, my friend, and thank you again.